So nobody really knows my name. Who are you? What are you? Why are you here? Oh, and I'm turned around, so it's a mystery. My name is Tamiko Garner, and I am on the committee to help to plan this event today. I used to be on the board in January, so we have now turned the reins over to a new board. And they are doing a fantastic job. So today we are here to meet Chef Paola.
Yes.
Paola?
Paola. Paola, yes.
Paola. From Alma y Sazon?
Mm-hmm. Alma y Sazon.
Y Sazon. So she, has anybody been to their booth already? Yeah? All right, we got some fans. You got some fans in here. That's awesome. Well, they believe that food is more than sustenance. It's a celebration of heritage, culture, and connection. Her cooking brings together the rich traditions of, can you say that for me?
Michoacán.
Michoacán. Oh, I almost had it.
Yeah.
Michoacán. With a fresh plant-based twist, using only the best ingredients and plenty of love in every dish. And I'm sure we'll taste that love today. Whether you're vegan or just exploring something new, get ready for a flavor journey that you will not forget, or that you will remember, because I like to speak in the positive versus the negative. So something that you will remember. Buen provecho.
Buen provecho.
See, I'm getting confused with my Italian. Because in Italian, and welcome her. So today she is creating Jamaican Asada and Agua Fresca.
Yes. Thank you.
Have any of you been to their restaurant in Emeryville?
Yes, we're pretty new. So we opened up this year in June at the Emeryville Public Marketplace. Yeah, so we have a 6-month lease right now to start off, and it's looking like we're going to renew for another 6 months because things are going really well. So definitely come by and check it out. We're open 5 days a week, and on a 6th day, it's like a half day, but 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, we're there from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., so breakfast, lunch, even dinner, we're there for you, and we've got... Yeah, just stay all day. Alma y Sazon in the Emeryville Marketplace. So, all vegan. Mm-hmm. All vegan, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of parking. And they have in the marketplace, they have a Mr. Dewey's too. So you can always get a little bit of food and then get a little bit of ice cream after. I'll tell you a little bit about Alma y Sazon. Alma is my mom and my grandma's name. And they're the people who taught me how to cook. And I wanted to kind of pay homage to them with my restaurant since I was using all of their initial instructions but veganized for my recipes. So I called it Alma after them, and Sazon, which translates to seasoning, but in the Latin community, Sazon is so much more than seasoning. It's like flavor, love, passion, heritage, everything kind of combined into one. So Alma y Sazon is that's where the name came from. Today I'm going to be talking about Jamaica. Jamaica is hibiscus flower. So the hibiscus flower that you probably had a hibiscus tea with is actually an edible flower. And I didn't grow up eating it, but I found that you can be really sustainable by eating it because you can brew the tea and then you can take the flowers that you just brewed and saute them up a little bit and have yourself a pretty delicious meaty substitute for it. So I have Jamaica in a couple of forms right here. First of all, I have it fresh. So this is a little Jamaica bulb right here. And this is like really nice and juicy. And you can see that you can open it up. And this is what the flower looks like. And so there's a couple of farms in the area that grow Jamaica like this. You can also cook it like this. You can even, if you wanted to taste it, you could taste it. It's pretty tart. Yeah, it is full of health benefits. And I got this little bit from Berkeley Bowl. So if you were ever looking to get it super fresh, you can get it like this from Berkeley Bowl. You can also get it from Berkeley Bowl dry. And so this is typically how I look for it. It's a little bit more affordable if you look for it dry. And it a lot of the times it's coming from Hawaii. And because it's coming from Hawaii, that means that there's going to be quite a bit of sand inside of the flour itself. So rinsing it is super important. And so the way that we rinse it is we kind of sift it through a colander, and we let all the little bits and pieces that are too small kind of fall out. Then we have the big chunky pieces. So I'll show you what those look like. So I'll even pass them around. So they look like this, and they're all kind of crumpled up, but they have a little bit of sand inside of them. And so you kind of want to wash the sand away. And the best way to wash the sand away is just rinsing it 3 times. So we actually boil and rinse it 3 times. So we boil it, and then after we boil it the first time, we save a little bit of the concentrate, because that's what you get to use to make your agua fresca. And then you can continue boiling it, and you'll boil it a few other times just so that it really gets rid of that of the sand. It's mainly so that you don't chew on any sand when it's actually coming to eating time. And yeah, so once you clean it, I'll show you. You can store it cleaned. So you can store it after you get the sand off. You can store it cleaned like this, and then this one is ready for cooking. So as you can see, this one, the chunks are a little bit nicer than in this one. You can see that the chunks have not been sorted through. We've got some like ugly chunks, and you kind of want to sort through those out. So after you have your Jamaica boiled and cooking, the trick is that you want to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to your Jamaica, and that's going to contradict a little bit of the tartness from it, balance it out a little bit more. So now you're only going to have a little bit more of the meatiness factor, the chewiness factor, and a really good flavor sponge for you. Okay, so I'll kind of walk around and I'll pass these guys so you can see what these look like. So I'll give one right here. So that's what the little bowl looks like. I'll give you one right there. Yeah. And I'll give you one right here. No. No, but I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. Okay, so this is what the Jamaica looks like. Yeah, so that's the fresh version of it. So yeah, so the flour itself is really big. So I thought actually I was eating the flour for the longest time, but it's actually these that we're eating, not the actual like flour bloom. It's these little bulbs. All right, I'm gonna turn this on. On this up. All right, we're gonna taste the hibiscus tea in a little bit, as well as the Jamaica Asada. So for our hibiscus tea, we use a little bit of agave and we use a little bit of lime. Traditionally in Mexico, hibiscus tea is made with a stick of cinnamon too. So you can always add a little stick of cinnamon. We don't add a stick of cinnamon to it because we plan on using it for savory purposes as well. But if you wanted to add a little bit of a dash of cinnamon into your agua fresca, it is traditionally included in the recipe. So I have a little bit of Jamaica here. It's already been sauteed, but I'm going to be heating it up so that we can have it on some nachos today. I think that the asada has a really like jerky texture to it. It has a little bit of a pull to it as well. And my favorite trick to cook it is on super low heat with a lot of onions so that it kind of caramelizes like the same way that onions caramelize. So the sugar in the onion will help it a little bit get more of that umami flavor and a little bit of that, you know, like the little burnt bits of that you can get at the bottom of the pan. So we're gonna heat this up. I don't even have a spoon. Okay. I think I need a spoon. Thank you. Yes. So this, yeah, you can. You can get it in Berkeley Food, Berkeley Bowl. You can get it in their bulk section. So you can get a small amount. This is perfect actually. So you can get it there, and you don't have to get that much. I would say that maybe like this much would be, it almost doubles in size when you add water to it, when you add the moisture to it. So this would be like a decent amount for maybe one person. So maybe you want to go like double, or depending on how much food you're cooking for one person. Okay, I'm going to start heating this up. Right, and so, like I said, I do super low heat on the Jamaica. And the reason why I do such a low heat on the Jamaica is I don't want it to burn, and I want to have it on the stove for a long, long time. So we're just going to get it started right there. Yes, the Jamaica has been triple boiled. This Jamaica has actually already been sauteed, because it does, since I say really low heat, really slow, it does take 20 to 25 minutes for the Jamaica to be fully cooked. So basically what you want to start with is the Jamaica, when you get it from the pack, you'll see my hands are turning a little bit purple. And that's from like the little dirt and all of the little things that are kind of in there. So if I open it up, you can see there's a ton of little sand bits inside of there. In the first one, so sometimes they do. So this one, you see how it's a little bit more bulbed up? And so you actually, see this one I have to break it apart, and it looks like the pod might be in the bag. Yeah, so you can pull them apart like so.
Yeah, we've never seen it whole.
Yeah. I know, I went to a farm that was south of here. I want to say like kind of by the Filoli Garden area, and I got to see how they grow, and they grow really like fun and spunky. So it's like a long stem, and then the bulbs will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the flower will just be at the top. So it was really interesting to see, because I had never seen Jamaica like that before. And a local farmer put me in touch with the farm so that I could go ahead and get it from them. But we are doing it nachos today. So they're doing a little bit of tortilla chips with beans, cashew crema, avocado salsa, and we're gonna top it off with the Jamaica right here, and we're also gonna do a little Jamaica drink. So you get to taste it in its sweet form with a little bit of the water, and you get to taste it in its savory form as well. Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah, hibiscus is the English word. Jamaica is the Spanish word. Yeah. We used to have it on our menu as a Jamaica taco, and so many people would come up to the restaurant asking for the Jamaican taco. Every day, can I get the Jamaican taco? And so we now call it hibiscus, just so that there's like, okay, a clear definition. Maybe you should add the Jamaican taco. Yeah, maybe we should have to play around with some jerk flavors.
You have to let it cool down before you can then saute it.
You can rinse it. If you rinse it under cold water, and then you can just boil it again, and then rinse it again and boil it again, so that you're just constantly switching out the water for it, because the water is going to retain a lot of the sand, right? So if you have a big pot and you put in this Jamaica that has the sand in it, a lot of the sand is going to fall out into the water. So then you want to rinse the Jamaica, rinse your pot too, and you'll get to see a lot of the little sand granules on there. Put the Jamaica back in the pot, boil it again, and it's going to be the same process. You'll see a little bit less sand each time, but you'll definitely notice like, oh, there's definitely sand inside of here. And you could taste it too. Sometimes if it doesn't get rinsed enough, you can taste a little bit of the granules. Yeah, a little graininess. Cook and rinse, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, let me find some. some in this piece. So let me pull some out. Okay, here we go. So look, this one looks exactly like the one that I was passing around. It has the little bulb on the inside. So you don't want the little bulb, so you would just pull out the little bulb and sort it off so that you don't use it. And then you would keep this little part of the flower. But this? Yeah, I think you could throw it into your compost. Definitely, yeah. And so if you have a piece of Jamaica that maybe looks like this, like it lost a lot of its color, I wouldn't use that just because it might throw off your dish. Let's see. In the bag, I see a bunch of little pieces like so. And so those are a little bit harder to work with because if you cook them for a long time, these are just going to be burnt by the end of it. So these ones get picked out as well. So you can pick out anything that looks funky, like the little bulb. Sometimes there's twigs inside of the bags. It depends. Oh, like here we go. So it's just a bunch of little things because it is something that is coming from nature. So it's something that you want to clean. So let me see. So like, you can feel this guy. And you'll be able to feel the little bit of sand inside of the flower itself. Yeah, so it's pretty grainy in there, right? Oh yeah, you can feel it too. Yeah. And here we go. And so you want the bigger, nicer pieces when you're sauteing it. Since we're cooking it for a long time, those pieces will also have a little bit more of the chew factor to it. So it'll help with that meatiness of it all. Huh? So we do tacos with it. We do tostadas with it after it's been rehydrated. Yeah, because this is in its dehydrated form. Yeah. Okay, let me go see if I can get those agua frescas in here. Well, we still got this on.
So how do you, if the water has so much sand in it, at what point it becomes, how do you keep it concentrated for the agua fresca?
Oh, great question. Okay, so let's say that this is where my Jamaica was, like here. And I'm going to save the concentrate. I'm going to save the concentrate, but maybe I'm going to leave like this much in the container so that I'm not getting the bottom of the container, because you'll see that there's a little bit more like sediment and residue there. So you just kind of like if you were to pour something out of a container, the heavier stuff stays at the bottom. So it's that kind of same idea. You just don't want to save all of it because you want to leave a little bit in there when you start rinsing it. Let me go see if those agua frescas are ready. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Ooh. All right. Pretty ready for the agua frescas whenever we are, okay? Yes. Has anybody had Jamaica before? Yeah? Okay, a lot of people. I know you love it. All right, we have a little bit of agua frescas coming out right here. Yes. So it's that. We do a little bit of lime, like a splash of lime and agave for our sweetener. We try to make it not very sweet so that it's a little bit more on the refreshing end, and also it is really good for you. It like lowers your blood pressure. I know it helps with depression, so it helps with a lot of different things, hibiscus tea. So we want to keep it as healthy as possible by not adding a bunch of sugar into it. Just a little for a taste. Agave. Yes, a little agave and a little bit of lime. It's so refreshing. Yes, we have some at the booth. Let's see. Let's see.
So sorry, when you said you had the apple cider vinegar, is that to the agua fresca or is that to your pan?
I add apple cider vinegar to my flowers only. So when I do, let's say I just boiled my flowers, and I've boiled them already 3 times, and they're ready for cooking. I just add a splash of apple cider vinegar into that last little bit of water, let it sit for like 2 minutes, and then that helps get a lot of the bitterness out. Yes, so I try to add any of the savory elements to just my flour, my concentrate for my water as pure as possible, and just have it be the flour, and then mess with that separately so that I'm not bringing a little bit of apple cider vinegar into the agua fresca and making all kinds of funny flavors.
So what's the texture we're looking for when we know it's done?
When you know it's done, let's see. I like to look for something, one, it shrinks a little bit. So in the pan, it shrinks a little bit. I like to look for something that's a little bit like chewy. And since the Jamaicas, they look like, let's see. So some of them look like this, where you can see all of its little, like, I don't know what to call them. The petals, yeah, where you can see all of these little petals. Sometimes these will crisp up a little bit, like the outside ends. When the Jamaica looks more like this, it's not going to crisp up as much as this one. I kind of like a mixture of them both. Once this one's a little bit more like juicy and this one's a little bit more crispy, I'm like, I kind of like that for my, like, texture-wise, right? Like, I think that's kind of fun. So it does... some of it cooks faster than others. Like if you have a piece like really small, it's going to cook a lot faster than a piece that's really big. So you're just looking for, I say, similar to kind of like jerky, but more juicy than jerky. For sure. Yeah, and I'm just heating it up. It's kind of slow. Yeah.
Since we have time, what are the nutritional benefits?
The nutritional benefits. I know that it's really good for high blood pressure. Yeah, Oh, really? I did not know that.
I mean, it would be a lot.
You're yeah.
You know how
Drinking, yeah, and it's so refreshing, huh? I know that it also like helps with depression is something that I had read, that it keeps like positive thoughts. So I was like, that's good. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take anything. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty, the nachos should almost be ready. Do we have any more questions? Yeah. So I store it if I store it dry. When I store it like this, it's because I've kind of picked these guys and these guys off. And so this is just the flour itself that has been kind of sorted through from these things. So this is how I'm storing it this way. Once I boil it and it has been in water and rinsed, I store it in the fridge. And it's good for 7 days. You can actually freeze it too at that point and then have it in your freezer for up to 3 months because food just stays a little bit longer there. And it cooks the same way. You can move it down to your fridge and let it defrost for a few days. Or you can cover it with a little bit of a top, add a little bit of water to create a little bit of steam in the pan, and that will help defrost it as well. As soon as it gets to a boil, I turn it off. So it's like, it just raises the temperature, it's boiling, I turn it off, and then I rinse it. And I do that 2 more times, yes. But yeah, I don't let it boil for a really long time. I think if you were to let it boil for a really long time, it would probably get a little mushy since it's absorbing all of the water that it's in, similar to like how pasta or rice or anything would get mushy with the water. No, I've never had it. I've never felt like it's lost its flavor. I think that as all meat substitutes are, really good sponge, right? Like it absorbs anything that you're going to put into it. So when we're making our asada, we use a little bit of onions, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of lime juice to just kind of get all of those flavors in there, oregano, and you just want to go, and that's where you're adding all of the flavors. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, cold water is fine. Yeah. Any water is fine. And then when you boil it, the water will go to boiling. And then you can rinse it in cold water and it'll make it a nice temperature again to where you can use your hands because it'll be really hot when it comes off. No, just once is fine. Yeah. My favorite way that I've found to eat Jamaica asada is actually in enchiladas verdes. That's my favorite food from growing up. Enchiladas verdes were my jam, but my mom made them with chicken, and she would put them in the oven. They're called Suizas where we're from, and so they have green salsa and sour cream and cheese on top of them, and it kind of looks like a lasagna when it comes out of the oven. That was my favorite food. And when we went plant-based, we tried every way. Mushrooms, we were doing whatever we could, jackfruit, beans, spring roll. One day, all we had was the Jamaica, and when we made it, I was like, oh, guys, we found it. Like, the Jamaica's really good in the enchiladas. It was perfect. It was almost exactly the same, honestly. I feel like the texture was great. The meatiness was great. Sometimes I think the mushrooms would play too much into the dish where I was now tasting mushrooms a little bit too much, but this didn't have any of that. So it's really good as a substitute when you're making even bigger dishes, for sure.
The plant-based crema, what is in that? Like, how is that made?
Yeah, so we make a plant-based crema at Sazon with cashews. And so we soak our cashews overnight so that they get nice and soft. And we blend it with nutritional yeast, apple cider vinegar, lemon, salt, pepper, and some spices. And yeah, it makes a really, really delicious, creamy sauce. You're going to try it right now when it comes on the nachos. Yeah.
How hard has it been to go from traditional Mexican food to vegan?
I think, yeah, so one of the things that I like to remind people is that Mexican food or indigenous food is primarily plant-based. It has plant-based ingredients. We have beans, pumpkin, corn, the three pillars of the indigenous food groups, right? So that's a lot of Mexican food is going to be those three things too. And so rice and beans are already vegan and like the basics to any meal. And everything else, my mom kind of would make it vegetarian for me. And then when I went vegan, the reason why we were fully able to go vegan is when we made the crema. Once we made the crema, when we figured out the crema, we were like, oh, nothing is missing from the dish. Because for a while we were like, we want something else, like we're missing something from it. And you could add avocado and it gives some creaminess, but something was missing from it. And my husband and I, he owns a restaurant with me. We came up with the crema recipe, and then we started putting it on everything, like rajas, tortas, and at the end of any Mexican dish, you have crema and queso, and that's just how they always end. So once we figured out the crema, it was just like no going back. Like we had it, yeah. So the crema is for our sour cream. Yes, for our cheese, my favorite, like, queso fresco cheese, and this is a secret tip for all of you, is the Kite Hill ricotta. The Kite Hill ricotta is the best queso fresco substitute. Yeah, because it's just, like, really nice and crumbly. It's really nice and salty. It's the best thing that I found for a queso fresco substitute. It's what we use in the restaurant, the Kite Hill ricotta. It's just so, they did their thing. They know what they're doing, yeah. And we also make a pumpkin seed and nutritional yeast Parmesan queso for our elotes too. Yeah, pumpkin seed and Parmesan. Mm-hmm. Yes, toasted for sure. Okay, let me go see if I can get these nachos so we can taste the Jamaica. Oh, you guys are the best. Y'all are the best. Jamaica.
on top and then sauce goes on top? Or?
Oh, you guys can do the sauce on the bottom and I'll do the Jamaica on top. Yeah.
Almost done.
Y'all are amazing. Couldn't have done.
Oh, I think
All right. Awesome. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to put the Jamaica on it. Oof. Let me put a glove on, actually. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky, actually. Alrighty, I will trade you. You can start handing these out. Thank you.
Does a spoon go with it or?
No, because it's nachos.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I could have done so much better, but you know, it is what it is.
And you saute this with onions, right?
Onions, yeah.
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper, and a little bit of oregano and lime. Just a squeeze of lime. Isn't it so good? White onion, yeah.
This is
Just cook it super slow, and you just want to cook it slow for a while, and it's so good. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yes. There is white onion. There is salt, pepper, garlic, oregano, and a squeeze of lime in the asada. Let me put a little bit of the meat on here.
so I missed that.
Yes.
What you're putting on there.
This is, it's Jamaica, so it's hibiscus flower, and I prepared it 2 ways. We did an agua fresca, and then this is also a savory way. So this is we call it asada. So asada, people
I know what asada
people
is.
mainly know it as like the carne, right? Carne asada, but asada just means grilled.
Right.
Yeah, so this is Jamaica grilled.
It's hibiscus
Hibiscus flower. Yeah, did you get to try one?
Cool.
You, salt, pepper, and a splash of lime. Yes. About 25 minutes on low heat, very low heat. No top, no top. I love all your questions. Ooh, I have to heat up a little bit more, but yes, it's kind of like a stir fry.
There's some chips that doesn't have beans right now.
Okay.
They still want that with like sauce. And
How many do you think we're gonna still get out?
honestly, I think we should be good at.
Yeah, right. I feel like we're good. I'm just gonna heat up a little bit more
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this,
yeah.
and then we're.
No, you're right.
Okay, awesome. This heats up so slow.
Oh yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm like used to things like not working as fast when they're in the.
when you're cooking probably
Yeah, but when
fast.
you're in the kitchen, everything is so fast and it's just so quick. I'm warming up a little bit more asada.
So, are you okay with do you have any beans on it?
Yeah, I think we have enough samples. Yeah, yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes. like it? It's good, right? So the hibiscus flower, let me show you. So these are the flowers, and so you can usually use these to make tea, right? And so basically, I boiled them. If I was gonna make tea, but then I boiled them 3 times because they have sand inside of them because they come from Hawaii. So you see how they have like spider webs? They're from nature, so you have to clean them really, really well. And then once you clean them and you've boiled them, I cook them on super low heat for about 25 minutes with some onions to caramelize the flour. And then that's how I get that. They're good, right? Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm just. Oh yes, I was warming it up a little bit. So that's fine.
It's okay?
That's okay.
I'm going to say, we're not serving anything without your okay.
Oh, I appreciate that. Y'all are the best. I'm like, can I hire you guys? I'm like,
Nothing leaves the kitchen without the chef's okay.
I love that. I love that.
So in order to do the tea, I'll cook it a few times, and then after that, what do I do?
So for the tea, when you cook it the first time, save the water. Yes.
Well, yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, but you have to clean it.
Yes, but so when you dump the water, so like if you have water here and then you have like sand here, if you pour it all out, the sand will stay at the bottom. So you don't pour it all. You just pour the beginning part. Yeah, and then once you start seeing sand, you stop and you don't pour any more sand.
So the way you do that 3 times.
Well, no, you only save the water the first time because you're saving the concentrated. Like if you were making tea, you would brew the tea, right? And then you would save that exactly like that. So you just lose flowers in the water, and then you save the water. That's for the tea, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me finish these ones.
We have people who haven't had any yet, but if you have stuff left, sure.
Thank you.
So excited about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Hi.
Such a highlight. So glad to
It's good to see you. Okay, let's get these out. Okay, I'm gonna run out, I think.